Welcome back to Book Bingers, the podcast where two best friends talk about books, tropes, boyfriends, wingspans, and literally anything that comes into our mind, like today's episode.
Today's episode is unplanned.
Today's episode was unplanned and inspired by a shitty comment on our Instagram. So this one's for you. Today we're talking about Booktok and Bookstagram and all the things that just piss us off to no end.
Yeah.
And it's really going to be a ranty episode, probably full of witty banter by yours truly. I mean, hey, we really like to just go off script.
Just call me Emily Henry.
I know. What? When we start going, we start going.
Sure
so buckle up. Stick around because it's about to get hot.
And I'm sorry. It's just a blanket apology for I'm sorry, okay?
I'm sorry. Listen, we might not even feel this way tomorrow, but right now.
But today?
We do. Let's start it off straight out the gate with fake people, okay? Let's talk about, this is a cloud. And there's a lot of raindrops that fall underneath this cloud. But fake people is really what gets my blood a-boiling. In all aspects of life, let that be known.
Yeah.
But right now we're gonna try to stick to our fake people in Booktok world.
Yeah, I need to set the scene a little bit for why maybe we have some of these opinions that we do.
Please do, okay? Sarah. Set the scene.
I'm going to take it back to, 4 or 5 years ago when I didn't live in Florida.
Correct.
Okay? And I was just an innocent little girl on the internet. Okay?
Yeah.
And I was a fan.
Yeah.
I was a fan. I would follow accounts. And I'm going to say specifically, I'm going to bring this here, and then I'm going to bring it to books. Okay?
Please do.
So, initially, Disney, because we live in Central Florida.
Yeah.
So, I was a huge Disney content creator fan. There were so many accounts that I followed them religiously. I thought, oh my God, if I met this person, we would be best friends.
I agree.
I felt like I knew them intimately.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Q2, moving down here.
Yeah.
And becoming friends with Janelle.
Hi.
And she has a sizable account.
Thank you.
Okay? And I think that she is a great voice for the Disney community. All right? Now,
I like where this is going so far, Sarah. Keep setting the scene.
Okay, so setting the scene. Because of my friendship with Janelle, I have been afforded many opportunities to attend influencer events.
I'm getting hot over here.
Yeah.
Don't get me in trouble, Sarah.
I'm not getting you in trouble. I've met many people who I had never followed before, and they are amazing people, and I otherwise would not have been introduced to them.
Yeah.
So for that, I am very grateful. I've also gotten quite a large gander behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Okay? And I say this because I think that this, and I'm going to just say it with my whole chest, I think that this is a blanket thing that happens across the influencer world. Fakeness abound.
Yeah.
And it is everything that I thought that I loved and was a fan of.
Everything you thought was authentic turns out
not even a little bit.
No. You've seen the dark side of
and it's really
social
hard.
media.
So when I look at Bookstagram and Booktok and the things that people are saying and doing and how they're behaving and the way that they're speaking, I feel like I see through it.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah. Well, and also because of my sizable account.
Sizable.
I have had the Booktok world reach out to me.
Yeah.
And literally offer me money to do reviews and things, which sucks because when I, coming from this other social media side of me, which I love the opportunities I get and I love some of the people I've met, but You're right, there is a very clicky, mean girls, fakeness, dark side to it. I thought Booktok was this really pure,
wholesome
thing.
Yeah.
That is my actual true number one
love. A true community.
Yes, and reading has been part of my life longer than Disney has ever been part of my life. I have always been a reader.
Yeah.
And and so this was like, yes, my people. And then all of that started happening, that I started getting these things. And I was like, wait, this is literally word for word the same verbiage that they told me to use, that now I'm seeing these big BookTok creators use. And now I don't believe anything you say. So fake reviews, we all know. And let it be known to everybody that when you get something gifted, you have to legally disclose that. Period. And there is nobody doing that on Booktok. No one. We all know that they're getting gifted these things, but they're not saying it. Also, they're not saying when they're paid for things. And that sucks. Like, all of that is like really dicey behavior, and no one's really calling them out, and there's really no consequences to that behavior.
And it's really icky.
But as a viewer, I guarantee you would look at their review differently if you knew that the author gifted that to them.
Absolutely.
The only time they really show it's a gifted thing is if it's a media box. A lot of the times, they're just getting like ebooks sent to them, gifted completely by the author. And I'm not talking NetGalley. I'm not talking like an ARC that you sign up for. I'm talking literally the author or the publisher sent it to you. It bugs me. It really bugs me. Fake people everywhere. And you're right. Because of what we do, I see through the bullshit.
And it's really, it's hard because I don't want to live on that like pessimistic side.
Yeah.
And I really do want to believe that there is good.
We've been duped though by books.
We've been duped.
That everyone was like, this is the next best thing. And we're like, oh my God, we got to read it.
I'm looking at you just
only to be like, right? Yeah. And then we're like, turns out it's not that great. And then it makes me wonder, do I not have good taste, or were you all lying? And I've convinced myself that they're all lying.
Has to be.
Listen, I like some pretty crappy books. So if it's one of those ones, I'm like, I know it's bad.
The thing is, I vibe with almost anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to really mess up for me not to like it.
Yeah, so I have started actually coming around to more of the smaller creator side of Booktok. I just feel like it's more authentic and real. And I hate to say that as someone who has grown in the social media world to nothing like that. But like, it does suck. And I have absolutely noticed that when I post that something is paid for or hosted or whatever, that the views are down. And I get it. I understand why. But that's part of the gig. You have to put it.
Yes.
Like, you have to do it.
I don't care that
I don't care that it's going to hurt
analytics
your
are going to look different, okay?
That's part of the deal. And the fact that these publishers aren't telling them to do it.
I'll be honest, I still truly believe that good content is going to stand on its own.
Yes.
Even when it says hosted, because there are people who are getting hosted who are making that kind of content, and they're getting the views.
Absolutely.
So
I love full transparency.
Yes.
And you know when it really started to show was when Readers Take Denver. And there were still some creators being like, this is the most amazing event. Not disclosing that they were influencers there and got that trip paid for.
Yeah.
Not just hosted. They got flown out there, put in a hotel, all of that. And it wasn't until everyone started coming out with more and more crap that they were like whistling a different tune, trying to backpedal. And I had one girl even like come forward and say, listen, I know that this could burn bridges for me in the community, and that's a very scary thing, and I get that to my core, but authenticity, realism over paid shit all day long.
Absolutely.
All day long.
And I wonder what we'll see from these big book conventions going forward, because that was such a cluster F.
For real. And I mean, I've got a few of them coming up.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how it goes. And I am being an influencer for all of them.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how I'm treated versus other people versus just the entire experience and how it goes. So yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Moving on. Can we still stay on fake people for just one second?
Yeah, please.
Because on a different note, and a different subject, fake book readers.
Like fake fans?
I didn't know that was going to be a thing until I met some in real life.
IRL.
Literally told us that they didn't want to be in our book club because they don't really read, they don't like books, all of that. But what they did is they were social media creators for other things, whether it be food, theme park, lifestyle, nutrition, whatever. Blanket statement right there. But they jumped on Booktok because it was popular and they wanted to ride the bandwagon wave of like putting their toe in every single pond they could find.
Sure.
So what I know from this one person is they read 3 to maybe 5 books, and those are like the books that they keep doing everything around, making their whole personality around, because they don't know how to talk about anything else because they don't actually read.
And that's the fakeness. It irritates me. And yes, we see the same books being recommended, like on Booktok, whatever.
Yeah.
But when you claim to be a part of this community and you claim that as like one of the pillars of your personality, it needs to be more than one thing.
Especially when you're getting invited to book conventions.
For sure.
And you're pretending to be a reader and you're not. And this is specifically like a couple people we know, but we're also seeing it come out more and more on Booktok that this is a thing that a lot of people are
literally
to read
reviewing books that they've never read.
That they never read. They're going on and they're reading like Goodreads comments and reviews from other people and mashing their own review together.
With the amount of time that takes, just read the book.
Just read the book. Just read the book.
Because here's the thing. If the internet goes away today.
Yeah.
If social media goes away today. Mm-hmm. You and I are still reading the same number of books that we read anytime. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I have nothing, like, I don't think there's a certain number of books you have to read to be part of Booktok.
We're still always going to read. I've
always been a reader. It has nothing to do with...
It's not reading...
No.
Purely to put it on the internet.
No, and the reason I kind of jumped on Booktok was I'm a mood reader, and so I was always like, oh, I need a book that fits this mood. And it was such a great place to be like, oh, I can type in romantasy and like things will come up.
And
or,
still
like,
to this day,
romance.
like that is where I get a lot of my recommendations.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's just I have to really keep it to a select number of people that I trust.
Absolutely. Let that be known that we are also putting stuff on Booktok, so trust us. We're not like the
believe
others.
me, no, we're reading it at least, okay?
I don't even... I mean, yeah, we read a lot. Like it's like maybe two. Some might say too much.
Am I going to say I like most of it? Yes.
Yes, Sarah, you're a chronic I love everything 5-star, and that's great.
But
you're the sunshine, I'm the grumpy in this scenario, because I am like, listen, if I'm not getting it tattooed on my body, was it a 5 stars?
If you read for vibes.
But we talked about it, and that's 6 stars.
Yeah,
I need to just create a new category.
Yes, you do. Yeah,
Those are my 6-star books. Yeah. And then I can have room for 5 stars. Something can be a 5-star. Yeah.
Because I think 5-star leaves it open to, like, you can still have criticism.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I need to just reframe my brain that there's 6 stars.
Yeah.
And the 6th star is going to be
That's the God tier.
That's my SJM.
Yeah,
my fourth wing. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Which some people would hear this and be like, oh, they like SJM and Rebecca Yarros.
They're those people. Speaking of those people, let's get to the comment that started it all, shall we? Oh my God. So we did a podcast, maybe you've listened to it, on Throne of Glass. Okay? And obviously, we love Throne of Glass. Okay? So let it be known that we are also, like, not haters of Kale. Like,
I love Kale.
I love him. But so as you're hearing, we're saying the name Kale. Not Cole. May I mind you, which is already like, thank you for not saying Cole.
Kale. Okay? And when a comment starts with, I don't want to be one of those people.
But I'm going to be.
You're being one.
I know.
You're being one.
It's just like.
So don't do it.
It's just like when people are like, I don't want to be a Karen, but you're going to be? Okay, got it.
Just delete.
Why make comment. Any? Don't comment at all. If your comment is going to start with something negative, maybe just don't. Okay. But anyways, this person wanted us to be saying the name Kale. Kale?
Like as chaos, K-A-Y, but with an L at the end.
K-A-Y-A-L-L. Kale.
Kale.
Listen, I'm never going to slow down my talking enough to say
Kale.
Kale. I will never. I don't care. You could be Sarah in front of me right now telling me to say it, kale, and I will never slow down my talk enough to say kale.
But let me tell you, when we say kale, if you slow it down, know what it sounds like? Kale.
Yeah.
Kale.
Yep.
Kale.
Kale. I don't care that it's literally the same as the vegetable.
I don't care.
I don't care. I didn't make the name. Okay? I didn't write it.
But also, what do you want us to respond
What's
to?
the response you want if you put a message like, I don't want to be one of those people, but I believe it's pronounced kale. Okay. Do you want a fucking cookie? What do you want me to say?
Congrats. Thank you so much.
Especially in a social media post. Because let me tell you, every part of me is like,
Listen,
I want
kale
to.
versus kale is not the same as Manon versus Manon. Okay?
Yeah.
I digested that one. I took it to heart. And you know what? I went and I changed my pronunciation in my brain of Manon.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because it's vastly different.
Vastly different. Okay? Okay? It's we're not talking rice sand and re-sand.
No.
Okay? Also, let it be known, I in my brain thought it was rice sand as well.
You're not alone. I think a lot of people did.
A lot of people did. Listen, my mom has a whole bunch of wrong pronunciations going on with Akatar right now, but I'm letting her live her life, okay? Letting her live her life.
Like, I don't know, do you want like a fan badge?
Correct.
Like, you win.
Congratulations, you're the bigger fan. Oh my god, you must love SGM more than me. Ugh. 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 Oh, boom. Right to the throat. Like, okay. Congratulations, bigger fan. You win. You win. You win, Kale. Gross.
Oh my god, you know when it just hits you at the wrong
wrong
time.
Listen, we were already having a shitty day. Like, we were already fuming on some other shit.
And then that, and it's just the straw that broke the camel's back.
In the grand scheme of things, I have been told way worse things. Like, there have been some shit that has been said to me that is like, I can't believe people have the guts to do this.
Absolutely.
But that thing, even though it's absolutely nothing, just poked the bear at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Just poked the bear at the wrong time.
It's like a paper cut with cardboard.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
The worst
really
kind.
Irritating.
Yes. Oh. Yes. And then you forgot about it, and you put hand sanitizer
the
on.
worst.
Oh.
But it's like even thinking about comment, and the thing is, I haven't touched the comments on one of our TikToks. Like, the TikTok crowd is loving Lauren Roberts. They love Lauren Roberts. Okay? And
great. We met her. She's a delight.
We met her.
She's a delight.
I put up a video from when we were there.
2 videos.
The first one has gotten a little bit more traction, and it's about the possibility of smut.
Yes. Will there be... the question from the audience was, will there be spice in the second book? And she was like, no, homies.
And the thing is, did we ask the question?
I didn't ask the question.
No. Someone asked.
Someone else asked.
I recorded the video, and I posted it. The way that people, like... I'm not saying that it needs to be spicy. I'm not saying it needs...
I'm not Lauren Roberts.
It's a YA book, so I would assume that you would continue a YA series.
That is what she said. For anyone wanting to know, she clarified, no, it will continue to be YA. There will be no spice. On the page, she said there might be like a fade to black. Off page.
Lots of tension, lots of banter.
Lots and lots of tension and banter. But she said it was started as YA. It's going to stay YA. Her mom is reading this.
And the thing is, I don't understand why you would jump to, going into an adult romance from when you started as a YA. Like, I could see her writing another series.
Absolutely. But again, I'm not Lauren Roberts, so back off. I didn't make it. Okay? I didn't ask the question. I'm not Lauren.
I don't have a strong opinion on it.
Listen,
I'm going to read it and enjoy.
I was just there for a good time and to get my book signed, okay?
And in a few of the comments, which I didn't even think about, is like, someone was like, I'm 14, and this means that, yay,
Absolutely.
like, I can read it now.
Absolutely.
And it's like, how great is that?
No, for real.
You know what I mean? Because think about what we were reading at 14. Like, yeah, you don't want to, like, limit
Absolutely.
people.
No, I get it.
Again, she's 21, too. Like, she's young.
Yeah.
She got plenty of time to write smut.
Absolutely. Give her a little bit of, life experience before.
On TikTok versus Instagram, people get into it in the comments in a way on Booktok that I don't see as much on Instagram.
Dude, you have no idea the hate that my husband got on one of our things, and people just full fighting within themselves about my husband. And I was like, this is wild what's happening right now. So glad my husband is not in on those, like checking the comments, because
or you're infamous.
Holy shit balls. Holy shit.
And that's
balls.
the thing, like, can you imagine being okay with just, I don't know, writing these malicious things
trying to
in
think
a comment?
back, and I don't think I've ever started a fight or tried to start a fight in comments. Like, I don't just scroll.
Why would you
and be
want
like,
to?
You look like an idiot. Like,
no,
I'm never.
You know what I do is I screenshot
That's my
it,
worst thing I could think of.
and I text it to you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then we talk shit for sure. But that's in private. Don't do it on public.
Right. Exactly. That's what these people need to do.
Absolutely.
Stop.
All right. What else we got?
Oh, this is
a really specific one.
Really very specific, but like if you are on Booktok.
If you're a creator of Booktok and you're making Booktok videos, this is for you.
Okay? Or you're going to be like, yes, I fucking hate that.
Oh, I guarantee everyone fucking hates it.
It's when.
Yeah, do it. Do it, Sarah.
It's when you're making a video and you're talking about it and this,
it's
that.
It's so
and
good. You're going to love it.
You're going to love it. All the tropes.
All the vibes. 5 stars. 2 seconds.
30 seconds.
Boom. So the whole time I'm looking at the fucking pages. And then at the last second, bloop, book. What was that? You never said the name of the book?
You don't say it in the comments. You don't say it in the caption.
So then I'm forced to watch your video all over again and try to pause it at the second that you do that. Oh, way to get extra views out of me. It worked, and now I hate you. Let it be known.
It's the worst.
I did not follow you. And now I don't know if I trust you.
What's even worse is when they flip it and it's something you've already read.
Oh my God. And you're like, really? You just made that book sound...
Did I really waste that much time?
Yes. And like, listen, we both read, I don't know, 150 to 200 books a year. Yeah. So there's a good chance that we have read it. But that's the worst, when they're describing a book that is nothing like that book. And I'm like, oh, that sounds so good. Right up my alley. This sounds exactly like something I need. And I'm like, oh.
No.
Icebreakers?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, again?
Again? Wait, was that the book you grew? No, it was close though.
things you never get over. Oh my God.
Oh my God. But yeah, that just drives me nuts. A lot of the like certain fads on Booktok drive me insane. Another one that drives me insane is the silent reviews, where you're just hitting the book and doing over the top like theatrics as well.
I think that those have finally, like, they peaked.
They peaked?
I feel like finally I'm seeing less of them.
Listen,
God, it's so annoying.
It's so annoying. And listen, my background is in theater, so usually you would think I would like the over-the-top dramatic things. Not when they don't seem real. Not when you're Kira Lewis crying over Harry Potter like literally like someone you know just died. And I love Harry Potter. Do I cry in books? Absolutely. Sure. Absolutely I cry in books. Not like that. Not like falling to the ground over the top. My grandma just died.
Yeah, not like I just got the most devastating news of my life.
Correct. Listen, you want to play it up for the video? Play it up a little, okay? There's a difference between acting and being just a fake person. And the wild thing is that I obviously see this. I'm like, oh, this is the fakest shit I've ever seen. But people eat it up. Mm-hmm. You guys are feeding the beast. Mm-hmm. What is wrong with you? Do you really think those are real reactions? Mm-hmm. Or do you just not care? I don't know. Maybe you don't. And you're just like, I love her. But let's not forget that some of these people are really problematic and should be canceled. And if they were men, they absolutely would have been canceled. Sexual harassment of teams and real players, and real people pretending as if they're book characters is wrong. It's wrong. It's psycho. It's wrong. And if we keep loving these certain toxic Booktok creators because they make us laugh,
and to just give hate views to things is also contributing to the problem.
Correct. Unfollow, unsubscribe, bye, like block. Don't even see it.
That's the way that you do it.
That's the way to do it. Ugh.
So I think what the theme of today's episode was is just like...
We're angry.
Don't be fake.
Don't be shitty people.
Don't be shitty.
That's what I got.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's today's episode. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, and
make sure to follow us on all our social medias. Like, subscribe.
Maybe don't comment. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Clearly we don't do well with that. Sorry, Chloe's mom.
Oh my god.
We will see you next week.
See you next time when maybe we're in a better mood.
Bye.
Bye.